I think the hard thing mentally is not knowing. I mean, when I went into Melbourne this year, I had thoughts that, this could play up again, and it didn't. And even, the first race I really had to deal with it, I guess from a mental standpoint, was Melbourne last year, when the first time it had really played up was Kona in 2012. And then that was going to be my first Ironman race. And I remember on race morning waking up and hearing the wind, thinking this will really test it. And I had no issues. So I guess mentally that's the hard thing, is there's no rhyme or reason to it sometimes. I guess the thing that helped me in Melbourne last year was, obviously Neri was pregnant and Lani was born 4 days before the race, so I didn't really think about and get wound up in a knot about things that could go wrong in the race. I obviously had my attention elsewhere, which was good. It probably helped. But I remember on race morning thinking, this is probably going to be tough. It's windy. It's going to really test my back. And I got through completely unscathed. And so that gives you confidence. But every time you have an experience where it doesn't go well, that undermines and chips away at the confidence. So, that's sport though. And, I'm not really thinking about that. That's part of what I'll have to deal with, absolutely, in the build-up. I know though, if I put in a good 3 months of work and have very little trouble with it in training, and I feel like I'm getting the right therapy, I think I'll know. I think I'll know 6 weeks out whether I'm good to go or not. The mental side of it is always a huge aspect, because I think the mind controls the body, and obviously you don't want those negative emotions and feelings and the stress of it every day. You speak to people who have dealt with, I remember reading an interview, I think it was Helen Jenkins had done, talking about her foot injury and her comeback, and it was just the constant thinking about it and worrying about it every day that wore her down and caused a lot of stress. And I could imagine dealing with an injury on a day-to-day basis like that. It would every day, every morning you're waking up waiting for sort of that feedback from your body and hoping it's positive, and I guess if it's not, having to deal with the emotions of that. But that's part of being an athlete, so you just have to find a way to deal with it.